The galaxy is in a state of unrest between the Galactic Empire and the Rebel Alliance. The Empire is searching for the Rebel spies who stole the plans for the Death Star, a weapon capable of destroying entire planets. An Imperial-class Star Destroyer chases down the Corellian Corvette that is carrying the plans. The droids, R2-D2 and C-3po, are on the Rebel ship and are getting ready to escape. Lord Vader leads the stormtroopers into the ship, and a firefight ensues. Princess Leia gives a message to R2-D2 before being captured by the stormtroopers. The droids get away in an escape pod and land on the planet Tatooine. C-3po is separated from R2-D2 and wanders off into the desolate desert. R2-D2 is ambushed by Jawas who carry him away to their crawler. Meanwhile, Luke Skywalker lives with his uncle Owen on their moisture farm. Providentially, they come across the droids, and C-3po convinces Owen to buy them. The droids are taken by Luke to the moisture farm to be fixed. While cleaning R2 up, Luke stumbles upon a message from Princess Leia, and Luke is fascinated by her. Luke takes the restraining bolts off R2 to play the rest of the message, but the message disappears. With the restraining bolts off, R2 is able to escape, forcing Luke to chase after him the next day. But Luke and the droids are ambushed by Sand People. Ben Kenobi scares off the Sand People and saves Luke. They head to Ben's place, and Ben gives Luke his father's lightsaber, explaining that Darth Vader killed his father. R2-D2 plays the full message from Princess Leia, and Ben says he wants Luke to come with him to Alderaan. Meanwhile, Darth Vader interrogates Princess Leia in the Death Star, but with courageous resolve, she refuses to talk. Back on Tatooine, the Empire tracks down the droids and Luke discovers that his aunt and uncle have been murdered. Luke decides to leave with Obi-Wan and the droids to find a new future fighting the Empire. They visit the city of Mos Eisley and encounter various scum and villainy. Obi-Wan talks to Chewbacca and Han Solo, who agrees to transport them in his ship, the Millennium Falcon, for a price. Meanwhile, Han Solo gets into a confrontation with the bounty hunter Greedo, which ends with Han shooting Greedo. When he goes back to the Millennium Falcon, he's confronted by Jabba the Hutt about a debt he owes. Han and his crew are forced to flee from Imperial stormtroopers, and then by 2 Star Destroyers before escaping into hyperspace. The crew is in the middle of hyperspace when Obi-Wan Kenobi learns through the Force that Alderaan has been destroyed. When they come out of hyperspace, they not only discover the destruction of Alderaan, but they also come across the Death Star. Taken aboard against their will, they encounter Darth Vader and several stormtroopers. In order to find a way to escape, Obi-Wan heads off to disable the Death Star's tractor beam, while Luke, Han, and Chewbacca head to the detention block to rescue Princess Leia. They fight with the troopers there and eventually find and rescue Leia. Obi-Wan Kenobi successfully disables the tractor beam, but is cut off by Darth Vader, and they begin their last lightsaber duel. Our other heroes are chased over and over again by stormtroopers, but they manage to escape. When they arrive at the Falcon, they all witness Darth Vader's defeat of Obi-Wan. Kenobi's loss is especially hard for Luke, who was growing attached to his mentor. As they try to escape, Luke and Han head into the gunner positions to fight off TIE fighters from the Death Star, which they are able to defeat. Darth Vader and Tarkin are not worried, however, as they secretly put a tracking device on the Millennium Falcon, hoping it will lead them to the Rebel base on Yavin. On Yavin, with the Death Star plans in their hands, the Rebel pilots are briefed on how to destroy the Death Star. Luke talks to Han about joining the fight, but Han declines. The Rebel Alliance and the whole galaxy are resting on the success of a few X-Wing and Y-Wing pilots trying to stop the tyranny of the Empire and its Death Star. The start of the mission goes according to plan, but when Darth Vader and other TIE fighters arrive, the Rebels appear to be outmatched. Multiple trench runs by the pilots are unsuccessful, and most starfighters are destroyed when Luke Skywalker makes one last-ditch effort. Luke remains calm and relies on the Force to guide him even with Darth Vader hot on his 6. Just when it seems that Darth Vader's triumphant over the Rebels, Han Solo swoops in to save the day, shooting Darth Vader and giving Luke a clear shot to destroy the Death Star. The explosion of the Death Star marks the end of the battle, and the heroes are celebrated by the whole Rebel Alliance, with Princess Leia awarding our heroes medals to the applause and elation of the whole crowd. Freedom is one step closer for the galaxy with today's glorious victory for the Rebel Alliance.